Hey Bob, Steve Price over in Arizona. I just want to give you a quick update on how everything's turned out. It's been about a year since we talked last, and I'll tell you what, we are killing it. We're so stoked to share this with you. Guys, just so you know out there, it did take us about 3 to 4 months to generate our first $68,000 in unsecured funding so that we could rehab our first property. We did it, we sold it, we made a pretty good profit on it, immediately reinvested our money, and over the last year we've now generated $228,000 of unsecured funding, really to take care of all the other stuff that goes along with our business. I mean, other than rehabbing, we have accountants, tax professionals. Really though, it's all about the stress relief. All the stress is gone, all the worry is gone, and all I did was plug in the steps. Bob, I followed exactly what you told me to do. I took it step by step and I did the work. Thanks again. You have changed our lives.
Hi there, my name is George and I'm a licensed real estate agent in Pennsylvania. When I wanted to separate my personal finances from my business finances, I did a fair amount of research. I contacted Bob about many questions that I had. He has taught me way more than I ever thought I needed to know. And I learned your business credit and your personal credit are handled totally different. But after his step-by-step instructions, using their online plans to get you from point A to point Z, it's a piece of cake. Since working with Bob, my one business now has an A+ business credit rating after a few short months. All the while adding over $88,000 in new business credit. I even just purchased a 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee Summit in my business name, no personal guarantee, and not using my personal credit or my social security number. So in my opinion, I'd say it's in your best interest to give Bob a call and see what he can do for you. Just tell him George, the Pennsylvania Realtor, sent you. Have a nice day.
Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Jared. Are you looking for business credit? I was searching all around Google trying to figure out how this thing worked. I have a business, I do real estate, I needed access to liquid funds, and sometimes it was very quick. I needed it quickly accessible. And so what I did is I actually went out there and tried to search around and figure it all out. You know, the DUNS numbers, net 30, and the specific retailers that you got to apply with. It was very confusing to me. So anyways, I got hooked up with this. What they do is they actually go out and get you unsecured credit lines for your business. On 117, I wrote it up back here, but on 117 I actually reached out to the guys and he ran me all through the entire program, how it works, A to Z, very simple to understand. So I went ahead and went forward. On 129, Robert, my specialist assigned to me, sent me an email letting me know here's where we're at. We just started out, but here's the very first, out of the gate. US Bank, we applied with US Bank, $7,000 right out of the gate. Amex gave me $5,000. BOA and Chase were the other two banks we applied with, and they were still in negotiation, so it was nothing. But right there, let me know, legit, right up front. 2.8, they notified me again and let me know it kind of blew me out of the water. But US Bank, we're still at the same. Amex increased me up to 10. BOA went up to 18. And Chase was at 30. Blew me away. So lots of money there available for my business whenever I need it. Unsecured. And 0% interest from 12 to 18 months, somewhere in there. It was kind of a blended rate between all four of them. On 213 was my final email from Robert letting me know that US Bank bumped me up to $25,000. So the other ones were all the same, but US Bank went ahead and increased it up to $25,000. Altogether, $83,000 in about the span of a month. I got access to. So if you want the exact same thing for your business, reach out to the guys. Robert, all those guys over there know exactly what they're doing. They're open communication right there for you. Give them a call. Talk to them. Listen to a webinar. It's very simple, guys.
Hey everyone, my name is Clayton Morris. I'm the founder of Morris Invest. We're a turnkey real estate provider. So we have a lot of clients. We have hundreds of clients that are always looking to buy homes with us, and get beyond just one investment or two investments. They want to be able to get 3, 4, and 5 investments. So to me, this was a game changer because we wanted to be able to help people get access to capital, get access to funds. And the traditional way is, hey, I got to go to the bank, I got to borrow some private money. But what if you could use the power of tap into business credit cards and actually get some extra capital? And my wife and I were able to get access to right around $180,000 in credit, setting up multiple business credit cards. So they took care of everything, and I was really impressed with it. I said, I want to go through this first before we start referring clients. We started with the initial phone call with them, then went through the process of filling out the paperwork. Very simple. They got it up and running, and we had about 5 or 6 credit cards that arrived with a certain amount of credit on each of them. We were then able to tap into that credit, pull that money out, and it enabled us to grow our own personal portfolio at a level that we wouldn't have been able to do had we not had access to this capital. So I've seen it in action. Like I said, I wanted to go through it first as a husband and wife before we recommended it to anybody. And now we have tons of clients that buy properties through us grow in order to expand their portfolio. So I can't say enough great things about them. The team there is lickety split. They are on it. They're great on the phone, getting answers to questions that you have. They teach you all of the creative ways in order to get the money out of those credit cards, enable you to buy, expand your business or buy rental properties, use that cash in order to build real wealth. That's what I talk about all the time. So thanks so much. You guys are great, and I would recommend highly anybody checking them out. Thanks so much.
I'm pleased today to be joined by Lolo's Chicken and Waffles founder and president, CEO, head chef, Larry White. How are you, Larry?
Wonderful. How are you?
Now let's address somebody who might not be familiar with your brand. Tell us a little bit about the business.
Lolo's Chicken and Waffles. Great food, great atmosphere. Just a good time, man. I'm well driven, and I don't think any college or any university could have taught me what I have in me. I'm a go-getter. I know how to go out and get it, and if it's not right there in front of me, I know how to go find it.
Yes. Tell me what your business is going to look like in 10 years.
Well, we still rolling? Lolo's Chicken and Waffles 10 years from now. I expect to be the next Applebee's.
Altogether, $83,000.
My wife and I were able to get access to right around $180,000 in credit. I've seen it in action. Like I said, I wanted to go through it first as a husband and wife before we recommended it to anybody.
All the while adding over $88,000 in new business credit. I even just purchased a 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee Summit in my business name, no personal guarantee, and not using my personal credit or my social security number.
About how much have you obtained so far using the steps of building business credit? About how much credit have you obtained total overall since you started this process?
Total overall, it's more than 150,000.
We love you, Bob. Thanks again, man. I owe you the world.